So at the time that I'm recording this, I'm currently in the middle of my social media break, and I want to discuss some of the benefits of what it is to take a social media break, how to navigate social media for your mental and emotional health, and how that can actually impact your spiritual well-being at the same time. Before we begin though, my name is Mariah. I'm a certified Christian mental health coach, and I'm here to help you grow in your emotional and spiritual maturity through biblically based holistic practices. If you want to find out more information on how to do an emotional deep dive, be sure to check the link in the description. I created a free guide for you that goes through a 3-day prayer on how to process emotions. And if you want to join me over on my socials when I'm back on social media, be sure to also follow me along there where we have conversations like this and more. I want to present to you a holistic tip on how to navigate social media because we are very aware of the impact of social media, how it damages our brain, how it affects our emotions, how it can cause these disruptions. I was fortunate enough where when I was in middle school, I was entering in the era of Facebook. So Facebook had just started to go into full swing. Instagram wasn't really a thing, but now we have so many different social media options. We have Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. Do people still use that? TikTok is the big one that's on right now. And of course, there's always going to be a new social media app where people are going to try to engage, create funny things, whatever it is that sparks their interest and sparks their creativity. But in the awareness of social media is also the awareness of all the other things that are happening in the world, whether that's politics or wars or fashion or the newest celebrity gossip. There's so much information at the tip of our fingers that it can feel overwhelming. And then there's the comparison where what you see on social media is not the full story. That nice picture that someone posted is good for them, but it's not the full story of how they got to that picture. How did they get those clothes? How did they get to that location that they took a picture from? Then you find out that a lot of people pay for that. They pay to have these really nice done up posed photos. So social media can be a lot to navigate, and there's plenty of reasons to take a break from social media. But how does someone take a break? Well, I take a break 2 times a year. I had decided this a while back when I saw one of the people that I follow on social media take Instagram breaks, and I said, you know what, I think I should follow in that footstep as well. Because if you've been on the internet as long as I have, then you're probably familiar with the people who type on their Facebook and say, I am never coming back to Facebook ever again. This is the last time that you'll ever see me. If you want to connect with me, you have my number. And then they're back like 6 months later. So I think that there has to be a sustainable long-term approach to social media where we're able to engage with what is happening without feeling the pull of the comparison, without feeling trapped in the rat race mindset, especially if you are a creator on social media. I'm a creator. I love being able to create reels or create posts or share different things that encourage people or inspire or most of the time challenge. But it's a really fun process, but it can be very tiring and very overwhelming. And so it's important that we have a sustainable plan in place when social media does reach that point where you just don't want to do it anymore. So what I do, this is just what I do, I take a break twice a year. I take a break in July and I take a break in December. You decide how often you want to take a break and what is it going to look like when you take that break. So for you, maybe it's just one time a year that you want to take a break. Maybe it's in the summer, like June, and you only want to take a break for a week or take a break for 2 weeks. Take a break for 3 days. Whatever it is that you are doing, you want to give yourself a realistic timeline of how much space you're going to need when you take that break, and give yourself permission if you're feeling like, I don't know if I can be away that long. It's hard. You miss a lot when you step away from social media, but you also get to hone in on what it is that's truly important to you. So establish a plan for how long that break is going to be. Establish a plan for what sites you're going to take a break from, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever site it is that you use. Decide which apps you will be deleting. Decide in your navigation, maybe Facebook is not really it for you. Maybe you don't care about it. It's because your grandma's on there and there's nothing really to post. Or maybe you're on it constantly looking at all the threads and saying, oh my gosh, these people are insane. Whatever it is that is stealing your mental and emotional energy, delete it. Take it off of your phone. Press the button. You can always come back to it if you forgot your passwords or whatever it is. It's okay. Delete it. Delete it off your phone. And my follow-up tip for that is, if you are like me and maybe, life-changing events consistently keep happening in the world around you and you want to stay updated with what's going on, go onto your laptop. Go onto a desktop. There's something that shifts in your mind. I don't know the behind the scenes of why, but there's something that shifts in your mind when you just go on using a laptop or a desktop instead of a handheld device. Don't even go on your iPad. It's this idea of it just being right in front of your face. But for me, when I go and I'm using my laptop, it's not really happening to me. It's not something I feel like I'm caught up in the drama of. I also can't respond as easily as I could if I wanted to send a quick text back. And that's actually a good thing because it gives you time to think through what you're going to be doing. Now, I know not all apps are like that, but if your app that you have has a desktop version, maybe if you're on your break and life-changing events happen, you can sneak on that way instead of feeling like you're uninformed about what's going on in the world around you. But more than anything, it's extremely important that you decide what is good for your mental health. We need to take breaks every once in a while. It is okay if you are feeling like, you know what, I just feel like this is taking up all of my time. It's the first thing I see in the morning. It's the last thing I see at night. All of the boundaries that I set for myself aren't working. It's okay if you need to go cold turkey. That's not a problem. But what I do recommend for you is have a plan for when you come back. Have a goal for yourself of how long do you really want to be on social media for? How often do you want to be checking it? Do you want to still be following the same people that you're following? I love that there are new features now where you can mute someone, or you can do the old-fashioned way and you can unfollow or unfriend. You don't have to have all of the people that are on your account just constantly having access to you and to your content. It's okay if you need to mute voices. It's okay if you're needing a break. We are really only statistically meant to be interacting with about 120 people in our lifetime. But if you go on social media, you'll interact with 120 people in 30 minutes. Just scroll through all the reels. So I just want that to be a quick encouragement for you. I also want this to be a holistic tip as well, because making a small decision like taking time away from social media is going to help your mental and emotional health so much. And I told you that it's going to impact your spiritual health. Here's how it impacts your spiritual health. Your eyes and your ears are the window to your soul. What you're seeing in front of you, what you're listening to, it's going to get inside your brain and it's going to affect your mood. It's going to affect your thought process. It's going to affect how you see the world around you. If what you are seeing is not encouraging you and pointing you to God, then it's not worth the time and attention. It's okay if you need to just step away. So let me know what you think. Have you ever gone on a social media break? What are the tips that you would encourage someone to do? And also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode. And I'll catch you in the next one.